7 freaking years. 7 years it's been since Metroid Prime 4 has been announced for the Nintendo Switch. Why does this always happen to my favorite games? You know, like Splatoon comes out without a hitch. Captain Toad just keeps coming around and it always hits the mark every single time. Pokemon never misses. But Metroid, like, it's always so hard for even a Metroid to get announced. And then when one is finally announced, we're 7 years in and we still don't have anything as far as gameplay footage, an announcement for the release date, nothing. And it's a curse that I personally want to apologize for. I was super stoked for Super Smash Bros. Brawl. That got delayed. I got super stoked for Pikmin 3. That got delayed. And now I was super stoked for Metroid Prime 4. And that gets delayed. So it's my fault, apparently. Whenever I'm a huge fan of something, it usually ends up getting canceled or delayed. So, you know, whoops. I guess I shouldn't be a fan of anything so that way video games can come out. But to kind of give you an idea as to why it's taken 7 years, in case you didn't keep up with all the news, Metroid Prime 4 has like a really, really untraditional announcement, which was that I think 3 years into the initial announcement, they announced that, hey, we're scrapping the whole project and starting all over. They brought someone from the company out on camera to make that apology and to make that promise. And it went from, I think Namco was the original developer, and instead handed it off to the series father, which is Retro Studios. So now the game is being developed by Retro Studios as far as we know, and we're still just waiting to see when it's going to get announced. For me, I believe that it's going to be announced for the Switch 2 as a launch title. I think that would be an excellent launch title for the console. It also gives the game a chance to be as beautiful as it wants to be, and Metroid Prime tends to be a show pony for graphics, so that would be a really good choice. Or it could be the swan song for the Nintendo Switch at this point. If it's neither of those two things, I have to ask what the hell is happening at this point, because the 7 freaking years, 4 years, 4 years since the project started, again. And you would think that at year 4, there would be something to show. But if there's nothing to show for either the end of the Switch or the first year of Switch 2, like, this game is cursed. I'm convinced that this game is completely cursed. I really hope that we get an announcement for it soon, because I'm a huge fan. I loved Metroid Prime 1, 2, and 3. Actually, it took me a little while to come around on 2, but when the collection came out, the Metroid Prime trilogy on Nintendo Wii, I fell in love with 2 and I managed to beat it for the first time. So I ended up becoming a fan of that one as well. So I love all 3. I really want to see this 4th one. I just, another thing too is I really do want to see what it was like before it got handed off to Retro Studios. Like, I want to see what that game originally was like, to the point where it had to get canceled. I know that might come as a disgrace to the original developers, but I just want to know. Like, I really want to see what the heck happened. But that's probably something we're never going to be able to experience. I do just want to see Metroid Prime 4. Happy 7-year anniversary to this weird limbo that we're all in. We'll just know that if you feel dejected from all of this, I'm your brother in arm, buddy. I am there with you. So we can lock in. We can just experience this pain together. Misery loves company. And I thought I'd just remind you all how much misery I am in right now. All right.